Now, here's a short story which is an absolute perfect example of the saying, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, about a guy who is rightfully dumping his girlfriend after she and her best friend decide to pull a loyalty test on him. But unfortunately for them, it completely blew up in their faces. Titled, My Girlfriend's Conventionally Attractive Friend Did a Loyalty Test on Me. I'm Not Sure How to Continue with Our Relationship. And a shout out to Nick for sending this story. Now listen to this, and yes, he knows what to do with the relationship. It says, I'm 25 years old, and I've been dating Becca, a 24-year-old female, for 6 months now. Everything was going great until her birthday 2 months ago. Up until then, I met a couple of her friends, but just one or two at a time. This was the first time meeting a lot of her friends, and the first time I'd be hanging around with them in a big group. We had what I thought was a great night, until at night when I took Becca home. Well, Becca asked me what I thought of her friend Sadie, a 23-year-old female. I'd exchanged maybe 2 sentences with Sadie, so I just said that she seemed cool. But then Becca asked me if I thought Sadie was pretty. Stop right there. It's like Return of the Jedi when Admiral Akbar said, it's a trap. Right there. Do you think she's pretty? No, she's fat, she's ugly, she's disgusting. Well, then she'll know you're full of shit if the girl's actually pretty. There's no winning this fucking question here. To which I responded that she was, but not nearly as pretty as Becca. I thought that was a safe answer because I didn't want to say her friend wasn't pretty, but I also wanted her to know that I only had eyes for her. But Becca was like, so you do think she's pretty? I knew it. Pretty and cool. I didn't think much of this because Becca was quite intoxicated, so I just brought her some Gatorade and helped her get into bed. Here we go, the whole drama thing. See, girls are well aware of the levels of attractiveness that their friends have. This is why some girls will make sure that they have ugly friends they hang out with so they can always be the best looking one in the group. I kid you not. I figured Becca wouldn't remember this interaction the next morning. You thought wrong, dude. But she called me and apologized. She explained that Sadie was conventionally attractive and had a history of taking men that Becca wanted and didn't want that to happen with me. What? I'd be like, then why the hell are you hanging out with this chick if she tends to steal guys that you like or you're involved with? What I tell you guys about women and frenemies? Drama, drama, drama. Guys wouldn't stand for this shit, but girls keep people like this in their lives. Anyway, I assured her that would not happen. I told her the honest truth, which was that with all the new faces I was seeing, that I hardly remembered Sadie, what she looked like. I also told her, too, that if Sadie kept going after men she knew that Becca wanted, she should consider distancing herself from Sadie. There you go. That is right there 100% male logic. A so-called friend's causing drama, then stop being friends with them. Women logic, or in this case, hoe logic, no, I'm going to keep that girl in my circle so I can have someone to gossip about and complain about and drama, drama, drama. Again, I thought that would be the end, but for the past 2 months, Sadie has somehow come up with every conversation. Did I follow Sadie's Instagram? Had I talked to Sadie since the party? Even when I give her a compliment, she brings up Sadie. Just last week, she got a new pair of jeans, and I told her how great her butt looked in them, and she went on this tirade about how she had to spend so much more money just to get a pair of jeans that looked decent on her, while Sadie looked like a supermodel in Walmart jeans. This girlfriend has been babbling on about this chick for 2 freaking months. If I was this guy, well, I would have been out of there a long time ago. At this point, get out of there. This girlfriend of his is deeply insecure and is never going to stop. And it won't be just with Sadie. It's going to be with like any fucking girl this guy talks to. His coworkers, if they're out somewhere and just the waitress comes over and like, what can I get you to drink? And she'll be like, you were looking at her, weren't you? It's fucking psycho. But our guy has to learn. He says, I'm not that dumb. I know that Becca has complex underlying issues and that this Sadie fixation is just a manifestation of those issues. I don't want to invalidate her, but I get the sense that Sadie is not a problem so much as Becca's insecurities. Ding, 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 there you go. I'm like a broken record with how often I remind her that she's hot and smart and that she has a great life, great job, and a great guy if I do say so myself. And there's no reason for her to compare herself to Sadie or anybody else. Bro, you're speaking logic. She's speaking the language of emotion. It's not going to work. that Walmart jeans are trash, but I'm sure she'd look great in them if she really wanted some. I've suggested therapy, which she says is a waste of time. It just seems like nothing I do helps. And I know it's her issue and not mine, but it's starting to drain me too. Then break up with her, dude. Okay, you've been with her for like 8 months now. 6 months, and then there was the fucking party, so 2 months added to that 8 months. Okay, mid-20s, didn't work out, move on. You can obviously get other girls. It's not worth the fucking drama. And you'll see in a second, guys. Well, the breaking point came a couple nights ago when I got an Instagram DM request from Sadie saying that she thought I was cute and asking if I wanted to hang out sometime. Here we go. This was followed by a series of DMs basically saying that she knew I was with Becca, but she thought I could do better. And if I gave her a chance, she could show me what I was missing. Without responding, I took a screenshot and immediately blocked her. There you go. Now we all can see what is going on here, hence the whole loyalty test thing. Holy crap, but they do this crap. Not all women do this, but there are some that do it. Well, then yesterday I showed Becca the screenshot. I fully expected Becca to crash out, but instead she kissed me and told me she knew she could trust me. I was confused, and she explained that she had Sadie DM me to prove my loyalty to her. There you go, guys. There you go. This is over. He should have broken up with her a long time ago, but the loyalty test, oh, hell no. Apparently, it's a common thing for women to do, especially if they have a conventionally attractive friend who could probably steal anybody's man. I feel completely dumbfounded here. I thought people only did this stuff in the movies, not in real life. Yeah, well, if it becomes like a TikTok thing or something like that, then there you go. He says, I asked Becca if all the anxiety over Sadie was real, or if she had faked that too. She said it was real, but now that she knows I'm loyal to her, she's not worried anymore. Well, she's not worried today, but she'll be worried tomorrow with some other chick. And now this guy has a problem because he's worried about her loyalty to him. She tried to kiss me again, but I pulled away from her. This might have solved all her problems, but it's created a whole new set of problems for me. I gave her no reason to doubt my loyalty. I never even looked twice at Sadie. I did everything I could do to show her how much I cared for her, but it took this fake DM for her to trust me. What if she made another hot friend? Or what if she thought one of my coworkers was conventionally attractive? Will we have to do this all over again? Yes, you would, dude. Absolutely. I told her I needed some space. Becca doesn't understand why I've been distant since yesterday. She seems to think everything is resolved since I proved my loyalty, but ironically, I think this may be the breaking point for me in the relationship. It's about time, amiga. I would have been out of there months ago. I do really like Becca, but I can't be with someone who has zero faith in me. If I'm going to stay in a relationship with her, I need to communicate to her how deeply this affected me and make sure she knows not to do it again. How can I do this without invalidating her feelings and making her turn against me? Dude, this is not going to work. You stay with her. She's going to keep pulling this crap with every other girl that crosses your path ever. Or if you try to explain her these things, she'll find a way twisting around making out to be the bad guy here. The second she started this crap, you should have broken up with her. And I'm sure there are women watching this right now that have known girls like this and would probably agree with me and say the same thing. He gave her way too many chances here. It's over. All women are insecure. Don't get me. There isn't one girl walking the earth ain't insecure. And usually the better looking they are, the more insecure they are. And some are so freaking wacko, they'll pull this crap. Okay? Guys, life is too short for this type of drama. Okay? It's like the saying from the movie War Games. The only way to win is not to play. In other words, he can't be with her. It's never going to work out. So don't play, as in get rid of her and move on. He can try to explain to her, which frankly maybe he can do just to minimize the fallout. But then he needs to control the narrative and let everybody know around them, mutual friends and all that, the stunt she pulled. And I guarantee he breaks up with her. All her psycho friends are going to message him saying that he's the bad guy and all that. He can't care. Life is too freaking short. But anyhow, guys, there you go. The loyalty test. They start pulling this crap. Get out of there.